This is one of the ones that you missed. Look at the price. And that is why Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to share with you the unboxing of my latest Louis Vuitton vintage ALMA. But this is a slightly different unboxing for me because I'm really not sure about this bag and I need your help. As you know, if you've watched my channel before, I was not an ALMA lover, so I am not the most experienced ALMA purchaser or the most experienced with this style, and I'm sure there are some of you out there who have loved the ALMA who will be able to give me advice on this much better than I can. I love the bag, it's beautiful, but I will explain what is causing me concern. And also, yes, I know, before somebody tells me in the comment box, I am only back from New York and unboxed about 50 million things and lots of value in those things. And yes, I get it, but I put out a video on the New York series, if you've watched those, about the bags that I nearly bought in New York and why I didn't buy them. And one of those was a vintage ALMA that I absolutely loved in What Goes Around Comes Around. But the reason that I didn't buy that in New York was that I already bought all of those things. And in What Goes Around Comes Around, I think this bag was around about $1,800 plus tax. That was going to put it in and around somewhere 15, 16, 1700 pounds, depending on the tax. And I just didn't want to spend that on top of what I had already spent. But I did love the bag, and I put it in the video of the bags that I loved and nearly bought. I put it in my updated wishlist video, if that's already gone live, because I love it. There's something just drawing me to it. I actually like that it's vintage, and I normally don't like vintage bags, and maybe this is part of why I don't like vintage bags. And when I put that video out, one of you guys came into the DMs and Instagram, and I love you all for this, and said you need to check out this bag. This is one of the ones that you missed. Look at the price. And that is why I bought it. And I'm going to explain, and we're going to go through that. It is in this dust bag. It has the original old-fashioned Louis Vuitton dust bag. There's something about those that just brings so much nostalgia for me. The little chocolate brown care booklet is in it. It doesn't have the original box, which I'm a little bit gutted about, only for the nostalgia reasons. Not that I don't need another box to store and deal with, but the nostalgia of that chocolate brown Louis Vuitton packaging just does something to my heartstrings. Getting on with the unboxing, in here, and if you've watched my videos, I'm sure you know what this is going to be. It is this absolutely stunning version of the Louis Vuitton vintage ALMA in the vernis leather in this stripe. Now, I can't take the strap off to show you it without the strap because I have bought this from Designer Exchange in the UK. One of the good things about Designer Exchange is that they offer refunds, so I can return this. And when this got sent to me, I couldn't really find a good description on the website of the condition or of what they were pointing out as flaws, but the price was very, very good, which made me think the condition wasn't absolutely wonderful, but it did give me comfort in purchasing it because I could buy it and check it out at home, and if there was something that I wasn't happy with, I can return it. But to return it, you cannot take this off. And that's obvious reasons. It's so as you don't use the bag and then try to return it. So I can't, this is attached around the strap, so I can't take the strap off to make it easier to show you because this has to stay on if it's going to go back. The bag in itself is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I love the stripes on it. I love the vernis leather. I love that it's old school. It's quite vintage. I love this colour of like deep scarlet. These feel a little bit sticky. I think it's maybe, I don't think they're dirty. I think it is maybe just this having been in the box in transport and it would need maybe a little bit of care. This is the other side, is the same. You can see the Louis Vuitton fleur-de-lis imprinted all around this, and then it has the stripes. Overall, the leather for being a vintage bag is in really, really good condition. It does have feet on the bottom. You can see there's a little lump here on the leather, and you can see there's a little bit of lumps here. Things like that are not going to bother me. I am not someone that keeps my bags pristine and perfect. I use them, so I'm okay with things happening to them and there being little marks. But I'm going to show you the one thing that is causing me, and maybe you've already seen it on the camera, but the thing that's causing me concern about this bag is the shape. And I don't know if this is something that happens with vintage ALMA, if it happens with this shape. I don't know if I stuffed this, would I be able to bring this back into shape? And I think from memory, if you see on this one, you can kind of see that it dips. So if we bring it and move the security, you can kind of see how it dips in. It's like there's a crease across here and it goes in that way. I am pretty sure from memory the one in What Goes Around Comes Around also had that. So maybe it's to do with storing these bags. And if any of you guys have, as I say, more experience in ALMAs, please do let me know if that is something that is to be expected or that you can deal with. Or I don't even know if it bothers me. I don't know if I would be okay, because the bag is so cool. And I'll explain the price and everything. And the price was so good. It's not going to be in pristine condition. That's one thing I have accepted. On this side, you can see there are kind of, I don't want to say dents, but there's kind of bumps and dents maybe. You can kind of see that there is one here where it kind of goes in on the leather. There is here, this is a bump in the leather and it goes in there. There's kind of a dip in there. You can see it goes up, in, up, and then down. This part goes down and in. And then over here, there's the same, there's kind of dents in the leather. Now, they're not huge, and it may be stuffing them is going to deal with it. I am just unsure. You can see up here as well, where it's catching the light, you can kind of see where the lines are. Up here, it goes in at these bits. That's what's giving me pause for concern. And my unboxings, I'm normally uber excited. I appreciate that, and I'm sure I'm not coming across as uber excited. I just don't know if that's okay, if that's the way that goes, or if something can be done about it. I do love the look of it. I think it's really cool. I'm going to show you a mod shot even with what I'm wearing today, and everything clashes. Like, it all clashes, but I still think the bag is cool with it. I think it's a very, very vibey vintage piece. I am not normally a vintage lover. Maybe this is why, because I'm not sure about like if there's dents or whatever, but I do think this is very cool. The lock is on it. The lock is up here. The lock's in great condition. I was expecting there to be more scratches on the lock, but there's some little small scratches, but it's in a lot better condition than I thought. Turns around, it has Louis Vuitton Paris on this side. It does have the cochette with the key. Now, I tried to get that out last night. I imagine it's because it hasn't been moved in a while. It's quite stiff, but the keys are in there. So you could take that up and maneuver it up to get the lock off if you wanted to. I do like that little detail hanging on it. I love that it looks like almost like a liquid. The way this has been done, I think is really, really good. I do love the bag. I don't even know if I can tell you what I'm coming down towards. I probably was coming down towards keeping it because I love the bag so much, but I'm just unsure about those dents. Maybe if I was to get an organizer, or if I was to stuff it really full for a while, would that help with the shape? Because it is a very cool piece. The problem, I suppose, with the shape, with it being the vernis, is the light hits it all. So where you have the bits that are going in and out and kind of around and about, the light's hitting it, and it's probably making you can see that line down there where it kind of hits the light above and beyond. It's probably magnifying the bits that are in the leather, and that's probably also causing my eye to go to it and making me more unsure. But I do think it's absolutely stunning, and I do love the leather on it. Let me show you the inside. The condition on the inside for the age of this bag, I think this is maybe early 2000s. As I say, I'm not a great vintage lover or enthusiast. I will ask Meredith these questions. I'm sure she will know more than I do. But I do think the condition inside is fabulous. It has the little square on the back of it that says Louis Vuitton Paris, and it is made in France. It has one slip pocket here. This is the chocolate brown old packaging that I'm talking about. I just love that. It brings back so many memories. And the inside of it is very, very clean, as you can see. Like, there's obviously a couple of wee marks in there, but it is an old bag. And you can maybe see on the inside, does that maybe help show the... No, it doesn't at all. You're talking silly now, Amelia. But the inside of it is in great condition. The hardware on the zip is in great condition. Now, it's not the buttery smooth. It is a little bit stiff. The zips does give you a bit of that, I suppose, as it isn't brand new. Obviously, it's a vintage piece and it is sticky. I would say it's not easy to open. This is probably not a bag that I'm going to use every single day though, and it's not a piece that needs to be, I'm making excuses now, but I do really love it. Like it does open. It's just when you're, let me show you. When you're closing it, it's a little bit stiff. Probably if I was using it, it might loosen up, I'm not sure. The condition of the hardware on everything though, on the pulls, the zip pulls, is really good for the age of the bag. The condition on these parts, the D-rings on the strap, is very good. The strap is vernis leather. It will come off if I keep it and detach the security ribbon. Obviously this comes off, but it's the same sort of leather. I wouldn't really envisage really using this crossbody all that much. The ALMA isn't a bag I love the shape crossbody. But please let me know what you think. I will have put in mod shots with this with my very clashing outfit. I just need a little bit of advice. Is this okay? Is this going to happen? If I keep searching and I find one in slightly better condition, obviously pay a lot more money for it, is that still going to be a risk that you have with this type of leather and type of ALMA? Is it just what comes with it? There are a few wee scuffs on the leather there. That's not going to bother me at all. It's just the shape I am not sure about. You can see the way that dents in there. Please, anybody that has any advice, give it to me on the price. And the reason the person sent this to me, this was reduced on Designer Exchange. This was down to £950, which I think is probably in the region of $1,300 to $1,400. I've left my phone downstairs to do the calculation, but £950 is very, very reasonable. It's a low price, I know that, and am I expecting too much for that? Obviously, if I was to look for another one, you're going to be paying more, but will it make a difference to the condition? Let me know, please, if this is to be expected or if I just need to stuff this bag and it's going to be fine, because it is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. I think it's a really cool addition to my collection. Even for a bag that's not going to be used all the time, at that price it doesn't need to be used all the time. None of my bags, regardless of the price, are used all the time because there's so many of them. And this is just, as I was explaining in my wishlist video, my changing style and being happy with a handheld bag. And I do think it's cool. So please let me know. And please, I will try to get this video out quickly because I think I have 14 days to return it if I change my mind. And I would love your input on this. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know your thoughts. And yes, I know, great price. That's why I bought it. I had not planned to be buying bags so quickly after New York. But a piece that's on my wish list for that sort of price, I kind of thought I can't pass up. So let me know what you think, please, in the comment box. If you've enjoyed this in any way, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.